Hello, welcome to Scholarship Hack, where you learn tips and tricks on how you can get a fully funded scholarship abroad. Today what I'm really going to be doing is reading my resume with you. Yeah, I want to show you how you can also prepare your resume to make you stand out amongst thousands of applicants who are going to be applying to the same program you're also applying, whether you're applying to for a master's program or you're applying to a PhD program. Okay, so I'm just going to jump straight into it. So on the screen you're going to be seeing a screenshot of my resume, exactly these that I'm reading. Okay, so on my resume I have my name, boldly written, Godwin Michael Smart, and then I have my state and my city where I currently am, Durham, Hennessy. I put my my Gmail, my official Gmail. I put my LinkedIn profile and I put my contact details. And then the next thing I did is the research interest. Of course, now the research interest, don't forget, has to align with the research supervisor that you are trying to work with. Okay, if you are trying to apply for a PhD program, all right, but if you are trying to apply for a master's program, you can still put your research interest, right? So for mine, I put the things that I'm really very, very passionate about are physics education, artificial intelligence in education, learning analytics, human-centered design, STEM education and STEM educational technology, learning management system, educational leadership and policy making. And then the next thing I went to was my research experience. And in this my research experience, I talked about some of the things. Research experience is pretty much some of the things that you've done, okay? Because don't forget, you are trying to position yourself to have had prior research experience, because if you're going to be doing masters that is thesis based, or if you're going to be doing a PhD, of course you're going to be writing research, you're going to be doing research, right? So you need to at least show an experience of the research that you've done before, prior to now. Okay, so for the research experience, I have my sodium iodide NAI characterization for elastic coherent scattering in neutrino detectors at Duke University at Tunnel. Okay, and I put the date, and then I and my research colleagues conducted characterization studies and PMT optimization for low energy sensitivity frequency threshold on sodium iodide detectors modules to be deployed at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory at University of Tennessee, Knoxville, USA. Its effectiveness in elastic coherent scattering savings for neutrino detectors. The research involved extensive experimentation of data analysis using Python programming, Compass, Fedora Linux to improve the accuracy and the efficiency of neutrino detection methods, and several research writing and reports, including making presentations in conferences at the National Society of Black Physicists Conference in November every year. This is a collaborative research between researchers at my Center Triangle University's Nuclear Laboratories Tunnel, which embodies Duke University, UNC, and NCSU, and University of Washington, or whatever. Okay, and then I also jumped to the next research experience that I have, and then I outlined close like 3 to 4 research experiences that I've had. Okay, some of this research might not necessarily connect with what I'm applying for, but these are things that I've done just to show my experience of that. I have worked on research publications, or I have I've had one form of research experience or the other. So you need not necessarily have this amount of research that I have had, okay, but you should at least have some research experience that makes you stand out. Okay, so other than that, this is me just scrolling through my research, and then after that I mentioned the publication, what I've worked on. I've seen people who don't have, for instance, I didn't have a publication before I got my fully funded master's in physics scholarship. So I mean, this is me now applying for a PhD program, right? And so this was, you know, research collaboration work that I did, and then, you know, I mean, a publication. And then of course from there I go to the education, where I mentioned that, you know, I mean, the name of the school, the program that I'm currently doing, Masters in Physics in View, my current CGPA, and then you can see my CGPA is not the best of the best, okay? But don't forget, I got it. So you need not necessarily have first class honors before you can, you know, land a fully funded scholarship, okay? And then of course, you know, I have my professional certifications that are still ongoing, that I'm still doing, right? Of course, I mentioned my undergraduate, you know, program as well. You know, my professional certificate, AI for educators, Google Project Management, Coursera, ongoing data science for Python, with Python, and all that I've done, okay? I put in my professional experience as well, because some of these people don't just want you to be having just research experience alone. Maybe they want to see your professional experience or your leadership experiences, okay? So I put all of that there. You know, I mentioned that, you know, I led, I mentioned tunnel, of course. That was, you know, I led research effort focused on advancing neutrino detector technology, blah 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 blah. I want to skip all that part, but you know, I mean, I'm going to put this on the screen so that you'd be able to like go through this. Of course, I mentioned the fact that I've been a graduate teaching assistant before. I've taught before, because they want to see if you can also tutor or teach as well, because you are going to be coming in as a graduate teaching assistant or a graduate research assistant, and that is how they will be able to waive your tuition fee, right? Because you have to be doing something in exchange for the scholarship they are giving, and that is why you are going to either be a graduate teaching assistant or a graduate research assistant. Okay, and then of course I mentioned, you know, some of the things that I've done in the past, and then my scholarly affiliation. I'm a member of National Society of Black Physicists. I'm a member of so. I'm a member of Tunnel. I'm a member of this, and the scholarships that I've won. I listed all that. Like I said, you need not necessarily, you know, have this kind of profile that I have, but just ensure that you put everything that you've done before. Put everything in your resume. Let it really stand out. If you have to use ChatGPT to, like, you know, make your resume better, okay? I mean, take advantage of the technology, use it, leverage it, all right, for the good. I'm not saying you should put things that you've not done, but you know, these are things that I've done, so you should put things that you've done and that you can defend, because some of these professors are going to go through your resume, they're going to read it, and they are going to schedule a Zoom meeting with you, and they are going to ask you questions about some of these things that you put there, and you must be able to defend them. Okay, so some of the conferences that I've attended, I put them there, and then some of my technical skills, I put them there as well. Okay, you know, be it being able to, you know, do some Python programming, or being able to use the Microsoft Office suite, or being able to use the, you know, the Google Workspace. So these are things that you want to put in place in your resume before you send it out, alongside with your code mail, or before you even upload it to, you know, the application website or platform where you upload your documents and all that. I hope, you know, this, my sample or my template, really helps you to be able to, you know, secure a fully funded PhD program or a fully funded master's program. Please don't forget to share this with your friends, you know, whoever, you know, maybe your daughter, if you're a parent, maybe your daughter, your brothers, or whoever will be needing this. Like, share, subscribe, and of course I'm going to be dropping some other very interesting tips that you really need to secure fully funded scholarship. So be on the lookout. Bye.